They can't get it out anymore without making his leg all weird.
The animatronic characters here do get a bit quirky at night.
Hello friends, and welcome back to ReddX, your source for the freshest daily cringe content anywhere on the internet. Promise, swearsies, it's just a fact, and it's totally science. Go ahead and look it up, if you want. Today we're jumping back into r/neckbeard stories. Maybe it's Tales of Neckbeard. Actually, it comes from our personal subreddit, r/ReddX reads. In case you didn't know, 1,400 and something members strong. Yes, indeed. We're growing so consistently, and I have you guys to thank for it. Today, we are bringing GLAMROCK Freddy FAZBEAR back to the center stage. No, I don't think he's going to bite any children, but he definitely will cause us to flinch and cringe and do all of those other things that Freddy FAZBEAR seems to cause us to do. But especially in this case, because the guy that is trying to make this model for a VR chat is just obsessed with him having a beehole, and I just... It makes me exceedingly uncomfortable, but for some reason, it popped up with a part 2, and I have to deliver it. I've made a commitment. We are jumped in with both feet now, so welcome back to user Knight of the Cacti, and I guess we'll just have to brace ourselves for what might come. I know that first episode was quite heavy. Link is in the description if you haven't seen it quite yet. Go ahead and catch yourself up. And with all that said, we'll get some plugs and disclaimers out of the way, and then we will dive right into some of this Neckbeard Stories cringe. Fredbeard Part 2. I think it's supposed to be Fredbeard, but you can't edit titles on Reddit. It's like one of the weaknesses. The glory of a misplaced hole. God, I love that title, honestly. It's quite evocative. Hello! Hi, user Knight of the Cacti. It's me again, the same Zen horror bro who likes the stabby things. Stabby things being cacti, I presume. It is yours truly, Cacti, indeed. I didn't expect to be back so soon, but here we are, ready for round 2 because Fred indeed came back to... just read the story. No spoilers. Okay, if you insist. We learned from Bourgeois Beard yesterday that I don't like spoilers none too much. Just let the cringe wash over me. I don't want to see it, just dump it. Don't let me know what's coming. I'm also censoring some things here to keep Uncle ReddX from being harassed by Susan. Oh yeah, it's Suze! Big Suze!
It's Suze! Big Suze is here!
I'm sure Big Suze is really invested in what's going on with this channel. She's like, oh, that guy, he's a up-and-comer. And I'm like, yup, you know it. She doesn't actually like what I call her Big Suze, but I don't know how to pronounce her friggin' last name, so... It is what it is. You know, YouTube is harsh nowadays, and our lab coat wearing trooper needs to eat too. Yeah, and my family, and my in-laws, and my editor's family. I'm supporting a bunch of families with this YouTube money, so I apologize for the ads and all that kind of stuff, but it allows me to do what I love most, and that is bringing you the cringe. So thank you for supporting me in this endeavor. Pretty sure Red's not living off photosynthesis yet, or do you? If I could learn, that'd be fine. I do synthesize the ground up chicken tenders and Cheetos that we feed to the beards in the cages, but, you know, that's neither here nor there. That's just to keep costs down. I don't actually want to eat that stuff myself. Now, let me say here and now that even though they are beards, no matter if neck or leg, most of them have the potential to get better and grow out of their habits. Yeah, that hope always remains. Sometimes it's dashed to the ground, but I try to stay hopeful. Fred here surprised me when one of his daily, "Hey, are you there?" messages suddenly turned out to be a, "I tried to do it myself and need help." Hey, now there's something. I'm more than happy to help you out if you're trying to do it for yourself, right? I think I ground that point into the ground on the first video. With as much time as you spend complaining, you could probably just learn to do it. And so he did. I'm shocked, but pleasantly surprised as well. So far, I had just ignored Fredbeard, muted the chat, put restrictions on his account, you know the drill. But this was something that I simply couldn't ignore. Yeah, morbid curiosity got the better of me too today. I identify with that quite heavily. So on Sunday, the 2nd of January, 2022, I thought to myself, do these guys really even ask for help? Am I suddenly in the Twilight Zone? Somehow it did make me really happy to see that he wasn't just sitting on his bubble butt all day. Now, I still would not make that nasty character thing for him. There's no way that I would make an exception to my no dirty stuff rule after all of that went down in part 1, but I couldn't help but feeling a little bit proud that he would even try. And, oh God, did he try? Tell me all about it. He sent me a screenshot without me asking first. Of course, why would he ask? It was a Blender screenshot, my personal 3D program of choice and a good option for beginners because it's free. And said screenshot was indeed of a GLAMROCK Freddy model, probably ripped right from the game files, with a hole all the way through with a digital wanker stuck inside his leg.
Way to go, superstar.
You almost had it, buddy. Why is it in his leg? We'll come back to that piece of equipment later, but first comes the literal shotgun-sized bit of nothingness that went from Freddy's butt to his abdomen. Yeah, that's the mesh beehole we was talking about earlier, isn't it? How did you fail to get these things in the right place? Does this beard not know how anatomy works? Fred says, I need help. It's stuck. And I can't get it out anymore without making his leg all weird.
The animatronic characters here do get a bit quirky at night.
Just add another one, I guess. I don't know what to tell you, man. OP says, what did you do? How did you manage to cut all the way through him? Cacti's 3D guide for dummies and beginners. Hey, that's me. Everybody pay attention. Materials in 3D are exactly what you would think. You have your object, and said object has 1, 2, or even multiple materials. If you want to drill your glory hole through only one of these, you have to separate it from the others first. What I'm guessing is that Fred here was far too eager and chose to ignore the part of the process in favor of, just going for it. Well, I'm glad that he made a hole. I don't know why it's a big deal where it goes or anything like that. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Maybe this beard should just dump that project file in the trash and start fresh with another model and see what you've learned through your mistakes. That's what I'd suggest, but of course, he doesn't want to actually learn, at least not properly. He wants somebody to do all this crap for him. So Fred says, I don't know. Please fix him for me, or tell me how to fix him. I need him for my roleplay. This roleplay has been planned for a week at this point, and at a certain point, I think that Fredbeard's partner is just gonna find somebody else to roleplay with, and wouldn't that be a tragedy? Cacti. Well, what did you do? Knowing your steps would help, and I'm still not accepting not safe for work commissions, but I think I can help you with some advice. Fred, I watched a tutorial on YouTube, and the guy in there said to use Boolean. Oh no. Fred, so I made a cylinder in him the size of my willy, and I pushed it into Felix's butt. Oh, God. Luckily, all this is just happening in Blender, but it's still ridiculously gross.
It came out all the way, and now he has a hole in his stomach, too.
For newcomers, GLAMROCK Freddy with extra assets is apparently Fredbeard's OC, that is, original character. Not so original, though. And really, I don't know how any of this stuff works, but it is pretty cool that we can learn a little something alongside our cringe, isn't it? We're getting the science done today, I tell you what. So indeed, you could look right through the poor bear bot. Boolean works like a cookie cutter. You take a thing, place it somewhere, and tell the program to just nuke everything in the space that said thing is occupying. What Fred has done here basically ruined his entire model. Fixing it would be a long and tedious process done by hand and nothing else. There is no magical fix to get it back. All you can do is load a backup model or start fresh. I think anybody who works on computers has been there before, and yeah, it sucks, but just put your head down, nose to the grindstone, do what you gotta do, you know? I gotta redo the whole thing? Okay, I guess I'll redo the whole thing. But considering that hopefully you've learned something from the last attempt, this attempt might go a little bit faster. Who knows? But I'm glad that OP isn't just gonna step in and do this thing for him. The learning continues. Cacti says, you made a failsafe, right? Like some sort of copy? A backup? Fred?
No.
Just great. Always make backups, kiddies. That goes for everything. Even your homework, and especially your 45 gigabyte homework folder. And indeed I have all of the videos that have been published on this channel saved to the hard drive. I re-downloaded them from YouTube, so they're kind of compressed and, you know, probably don't look that great for a re-upload. But if the channel goes down, I do have a backup. So rest safe. All the cringe is right here with me. Cacti? Yeah, so that model's just completely trashed. You would need to fix mesh and UV by hand, and I can promise you that UV will be a nightmare, so just go download a new one and start all over. This time, separate his butt by selecting all the vertices. Press Ctrl V and then P, and hit selection to make a new object out of it. And that way, this won't happen again. Merge everything later into one mesh, and then you're all good. Are you following? Gosh, man, I should really pop open Blender one of these days. This sounds like some good stuff to know, doesn't it? Especially with the sort of work that I do. Ooh, I could make my VTuber model shine. And I don't even want to give him a wang or a beehole, so we're like basically halfway there already. Fred says,
I can't do any of that, though.
OP, why? Fred?
You see that dick model?
The one stuck in his leg? I sure do, buddy.
I made it myself.
Excellent job. Now please press the buttons on Freddy's ballsack. This will help you calibrate his phaser blaster.
Is this real life?
I need it. If I start all over, it'll be gone, and I can't make it a second time.
I bet you could, though. Cacti, why not? Or just export it, dude. That can be done too if you really want to keep it. Fred?
But I need it in this file. It's mine. I can't use another. It needs to be mine.
What the hell are you talking about, dude? Isn't it like in Paint where you just cut something and slap it into another Paint project? Basically that, but with 3D models? Am I simplifying it too much? Or just remove the wang from the leg and destroy the entire bear, and then you can import the bear model, and you'll have the wang right there. It doesn't really seem that difficult, unless you're a neckbeard, I guess. Now, I did say that we would be talking about this piece of meaty equipment again. It was interesting. You know those old photo-skinned, low-resolution models that really early console games used? This was one of those, and the texture Fred used was of his very own. Oh, oh no! Jesus, dude. Was it all angular and cube shaped? No, don't tell me, actually. I don't need that kind of nightmare fuel. He just slapped the picture of his own wang on top of a poor pile of vertex, haphazardly, so that you could see the seams and the texture stretch, and maybe that was why he was so attached to the thing. Yeah, he's attached to it in real life too, unfortunately. Anyway, said thing was just another catastrophe in itself. Fred had managed to put on the right height on axis Z, but shoved it a little to the side so that the sorry excuse of a cream cheese splitting noodle was clipping through Freddy's upper leg. If you wanted to, you could kind of use it to plug up the accidental hole from the front. Easy solution, drag and drop, baby. But I think Fredbeard's a bit more of a backdoor kind of guy. Besides, I've been told plug and play was something else entirely. Yeah, I guess just leave people's imagination to chew on that one. Separating it would again be tedious, but not impossible. I told him how to do it again, and in roughly 2 hours, we freed the Willy from the evil grasp of GLAMROCK Freddy's evil thick thigh. I'm not sure whether to be grateful or completely horrified. A little bit of both. Now, I just had to convince him to export it so he could start all over. Oh good, this was my solution. I feel like a big brain boy now. Given that Fred was stubborn as a mule and had the attention span of a goldfish, all that was easier said than done. Harmless he may be, but oh my god, a preschooler is easier to work with. Do you think that he really wants this? Suddenly his attention span would perk up if this is something that he truly felt that he needed, right? Come on, put in a little bit of effort. OP is going like way above and beyond. And I don't even know if I could say that Fredbeard is that innocent, that innocuous, that harmless, because OP is now glancing at pictures of his wang that he never wanted to see in the first place, helping to free it from a 3D model that he's not even being commissioned for. This is an absolute mess. Somebody needs to go smack Fredbeard right in the mouth with a heavy dose of reality. And the reality is, this is not okay. None of this is okay. Fred?
Can't I just delete Felix and import a new one? That way I can keep my penis in there.
Oh god, he really wants to keep his wang in that file, I'll tell you what. OP, I mean, it could work, dude. Just make sure to delete everything and import a format that supports the rig. Fredbeard has obviously no idea what the hell I'm talking about, and proceeds to load a new Blender file with the original unedited Freddy model.
What? No!
Are you listening to me? Can you repeat back to me what I said? Can you explain to me the steps while you're doing them? Or do you just have no idea what's going on and we're wasting everybody's time here? Never mind, I know the answer. And then Fredbeard sent me a series of blurry screenshots of the perfectly fine and safe for work model that he had just loaded in. Fred?
It's gone! Now I don't have a dick anymore!
All my fastballs! Oh!
Oh, God.
Damn it! I needed that for my rope!
Oh my god, you're killing me, dude. OP, just make a new one again. It's still your own if you make it, right? Fred?
No, it's not. It's not that simple. Please, cacti. Can we recover it somehow?
Ugh, what is this wee business? I'm not even being paid for this. Leave me alone. When are you gonna drop the hammer on this dude? You have already been far too patient. But OP's a nice guy. And he says, you still have the old file, right? Well, open that one up. It should still be there. And then he sent me a very happy and relieved,
My dick!
with exactly 2 full smile emojis. I knew that this little thing had just made this man's day. It's a miracle! Your wiener is back! Well, thank God for that. I sure was worried about the fate that befell this beard's wang. His digital wang. Oh, God. This series, honestly, I hope it never ends. Fred?
So what now? How do I export?
I won't go into detail because, quite frankly, this is the boring part. Fred tried his best to listen and learn as much as he could over text. I tried to answer his questions as long as they weren't, lewd. He did ask a few times where he could find a tool or a function. Honestly, he was just slow at learning, and hey, that's cool. I love helping people. We did get the wiener exported and re-imported into a new file. Yes, I told him to make a new backup, which he did. It still looked like a crooked, pixelated bratwurst. But at least Fredbeard was happy. Now that everything was in separate materials, he could finish the job without me. And I got my good feels for helping someone out. Good day overall. Fred?
So can you help me fix Monty tomorrow? My friend needs him for our roleplay.
F my life. I love this series so much. And he indeed asked me to have a look at Montgomery Gator, but since this is the first character his friend wants to roleplay as, we decided to wait and get said friend's input first. He should be ready to join us for part 3 of this merry tale around next Friday. Oh God, and what day is it? Dun dun dun! This post was made 8 days ago, so as you are watching it, OP is probably making a butthole for Montgomery Gator. What could be greater than golf with a gator? God damn, dude. Well, I do get the slightest bit frustrated about how nice OP is about the whole thing. The fact that we get to relive all this cringe. He's coming delivering this this delicious golden cringe on a silver platter for all of us. I mean, I can't begrudge him for that. I hope he continues to help them forever. It'll probably lose its magic a little bit after like the 5th or 6th character model that he makes, but the fact that I get to learn a little bit about Blender, put Freddy FAZBEAR on the thumbnail, and cringe about beeholes and wieners. I mean, that's like a magical trifecta, isn't it? This is hand-delivered by the cringe gods. Holy heck, dude. I love it. Every time I read this Fredbeard story, it almost kills me, but that ain't gonna stop me anytime soon. I will put myself through it because it makes my freaking face hurt. So, I hope that you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, I hope that you'll like, comment, and or subscribe. You can share it around at your own risk. Imagine seeing Grandma pop this up on her timeline. Oh, Jesus. She's going to be praying for you in church on Sunday for sure. We also got a bunch of links in the description you could check out. Podcast services, super important, still going on. Playlists if you're looking for a little different flavor. We also got my plugs, Amazon affiliate link, Teespring if you're trying to rock the merch. Mine and my wife's channel, Mr. and Mrs. ReddX. Hey, come on through. We've also got the social medias, Twitter, Discord, Facebook. I'd like to see you over there as well. We've also got my gorgeous, wonderful, beautiful, generous patrons over on Patreon, and I would like to thank them very much. So thank you. Robert Waits, Camille Sarah, Jarhead Jerry, Oorah, Logan Wolf, River Jerry, Conrad Inge, Clapton Cloud Jerry, Aaron W, Twisted Child, Saruano Ash, hey, climbing up the list, proud of you, Cinnamon Susie, For Old Lang Syne, Fire Drake, Giggle Jerry, Hee Hee, and Yuriri, the most different, spelling Jerry different most of the, Jari the Pirate, Rogue, Silent Revolver, Jerry, the OG, Jerry Shikitsune, Matthew Simmons, Satori, 211 Jerry, The Return of Jerry, the Justy Jargonian Jerry. What happened to my other Jerry? Oh, that makes me sad. That's all right. We'll live. We also got Alunia, Althea, Anunnaki, Assassin Pug Jerry, Atheist Jerry. He's so euphoric. Aurora Wildheart, Grizzly, Bailey Joy, Bearded Jerry. Watch out for that guy. Billy Mays here. I've come with the power of OxyClean to fight the nasty neckbeards. Oh, Billy Mays. Never did I think you'd be a patron of mine. Truly, we are blessed. Bitch Gremlin, Blade the Hero, Blameless Fish, Blip Bloop Jerry, Commander J Tank, Dennis Dayton, Dinosaur Nightlight, Disposable Waifu, Emergent Jewel, Aaron Lennox, Frozen Over Studios, Gypsy, Adrian BR. Have a minty new year, Jerry's. I'm Slim Jerry, yes, I'm the real Jerry. Irish Pirate, hey! Top of the morning to ya. And to you, my friend. Itchy Nuts, just scratching, bro. Pimp named J Crisp, yes, you have to say the whole thing. JM Coon, Jennifer Schaefer, Jerry Blacktail, Jerry Bowberry, Banana Fan of Fairy, a Fee Fi Mo Mary, a Jerry. Jerry Nice, Jerry Evil, the duality of man. Jerry the Smoke, Jerry to the other Jerrys, Jerry the Outlaw Mother Trucker, Honk Honk, John Hero, John Jerry, Jingleheimer Schmidt. Hey, that's my name too. Simboof, I guess if you're boofing is free. KJW Kajau, Crewhee, Miss Monday, Lord Jerryo, leader of the Thunder Jerrys. Lady Nix, points Katana also to Big Fedora, and scratching unwashed swamp crotch, Jerry Talent. Jerry Talented, Jack and Drool, Melgar the Destroyer, Mr. Carrot, Mikola Demikiev. Yeah, well, one of those, I think, maybe. Natari, Nightmare Jerry. Oh no! Or Gamer Jerry Steve, Patron Saint of Chicken Nuggets, Saint Jerry Ramen. Phantom of the Pines, Jerry Kids and Jerry Beth, Professor Tom Moriarty, Ramtide Lacrimates, TSM Kirby, Sarita, the Lolita, Saucy Octopus, Slander Jerry. Oh no, Slender Jerry. Don't ever slander my Jerrys. Staples, aka Jerry Yeet, Stephanie Goodner, Synaptic Boomstick, Brilliant Tomago, Teddy the Police, 10-Ton Monster, The One True Fusky, Tom, but it's the Jerry on the inside that counts, Church, Viking Jerry. We asked Mr. Jerry to return the attic key as we have been unable to feed or bathe Marble Jerry for 2 weeks. Nah, I think he'll be alright. What does the beard say? You're welcome. People have really been loving that one in the comments, man. Will Mags, y'all heard about Mr. Jerry? He stole the attic door key and put it in the used waifu pillow. It's the Marble Jerry timeline. Comrade Mooney, Kira, you're a wizard, Jerry. Redwind, Goose says Hawk, Naga Vipers, Side Jerry the Cyborg, Saints Blessing, a normal Jerry. I saw the Thunder Jerry tryouts. There was one empty spot in the lineup. Poor Marble Jerry. Everybody's concerned. Please come home. Hunter of Jerry's Devourer of all things tasty. It is Tom, Admiral T-Tank, Alunia, Amara. An elusive wild third inch appears. I knew it was there. Atomic Jerry Zilla, AZ, Babsy Coon, Banished Night, Barbushkas, a Radiated Jam, Broken Spine, Horseradish, the original different Jerry. Yeah, that's Cake Jerry. California Jerry Girl, Chevron 7 Locked, Chia, Jerry, Grizzmeska, Cinnamon Bunny Dog, Corporal Admiral, Princess Tigerian Furry Warrior Woo Jerry. Yeah, Crypt Titties, Cupid Jerry, Define Jerry, Dopamine Dangerous. I'm a OD, Electrical Fennec, Ghost of Alpha, Heeknot. Am I still doing it wrong? HFT Mayor, Holy Berry Jerry, Hydra Jerry, Jeffrey, my name is Jeffrey, Gerald of Rivia. Love it. Tom and Jerry versus Happy New Year's Weirby Apocalypse, Jerry, the Sussy Baka. Jerry Aldo Rivera, you check out that mustache. Jerry Bean, yum. Jerry Roxers, yay. Jerry says T.I. blew a head gasket. There's so many Jerry storylines going on. We got Jerry role-playing game, Kid Marvelous. Yeah, I like that name. It's got some Dude Perfect vibes. King Tom, Smasher of Jerry Zillas, Kitsakin, Life of Guardian, Little Ann Woods, Lucia Lovecraft, Maybe Next Time, Midnight Sun, Milk Fed Gimp, Miss Duchess, Not Invisible Angel, One Leg Jerry, working at IHOP. He's just trying to make that money. Okay, Cam, Ghosty, Raptor Art, she's my Jerry Pie. Go drink a Mountain Dew, what a big surprise. Cringe so good, make a grown man cry. Sweet Jerry Pie. It's Smitty, Warman Jagerman Jensen. Snary. That's Snob Jerry. Spoonie the Rogue. Spoopy Scary Jerry Tons. Steve O'Gelly. The Gaslighting Terry. I never paid you on Patreon. You crazy. Yeah, I'm crazy. I'm gonna bite your nose off. the Necro Jerry God. The original Jerry, who is not. The To Infinite Jerry. We'll definitely do that. I'm hoping. To Infinite Jerry. Help! I've been a warm shaped like a J. And now I'm stuck in a cramped dark place that smells like low quality mayo. Oh my God. Yet another imaginative iteration of Jerry. It's so tongue-in-cheek. It's so meta. I love it. Zesty Boo Jerry, and of course, Tom Promise, Jay Swizz, Tom, Bad Jerry, Beagle Boys, those ways, it's just facts, totally high, so go ahead and look up. Anybody know the ReddX video? It's not even words. And thank you to my $1 patrons as well. Beautiful people that they are. You guys absolutely slaying the Patreon. And I am absolutely loving it. All these people joining the Jerry army, and I couldn't be more grateful, honestly. I do hope some more people will consider joining up, but you know, if you can't afford to do it right now, don't sweat it too hard, friends. I just appreciate you coming on through, hanging out with me, and I hope that you'll come on back and hang out with me again tomorrow, because really the views is how my beard stays so buttery. In order to do so, though, you will need to keep yourself safe out there. Wash your hands, but also take some time out and do something that you personally enjoy today. Maybe like watch some more ReddX videos. It's a good idea. Always remember, friends, that you are loved, you are worthy, and you definitely deserve it. I shall see you in the next one. And until then, bye-bye.